My name is Jim Estes, and today I'm going to talk about a drill that I think is extremely important for the swing plane. So what I want you to do is, and this, by the way, is going to give you an instant understanding of exactly the feeling you want to have in the golf swing. Take a club. You can put a rod, alignment rod, in the grip, or I'm sorry, in the butt end of the golf club. Take the golf club, turn it like you're going to hold it, and then what I want you to do is take that club, put it right against your left hip, so you're holding both clubs here. Now you've got an alignment rod on the ground and a golf ball, and what I want you to do, getting into your good posture position, your weight over the arches, feel balanced. The insides of the heels are going to be about the width of your hips. Take a swing back, slow motion, and trace with that alignment rod the target line all the way up. The shaft should be parallel to your target line at the top, and then slowly coming down, trace the line. And do this in slow motion. Right into the impact position. So this is a great feedback tool, visual feedback tool for learning the proper swing plane. Go right to your impact position. I encourage you to do this drill in slow motion, and if you have 5 minutes a day, if you do this drill every day, I guarantee you're going to improve your golf swing. So again, I think you'll find this to be extremely helpful. JimEstesGolf.com if you have any questions. All right. Well, I wouldn't call it brisk. You tell me if this looks brisk to you. Doesn't look brisk to me.
The way I want you to work on that is
let's just back and through.
Yeah. The handle stays in, the club head stays out. That's good enough. I don't want you to early break your wrist, but the good news for you,
it's like Danny Willett.
the shaft, it's not that bad.
Well,
The shaft
his is bad enough to win the Masters.
shallows, and at least it gets back on plane here. And I'm fine with that. I like that little shallowing.
You like it?
Yeah.
Shallow?
That's what good players do. They shallow the club.
That's what Jordan's fucking trying
I
to
know you were listening to that so they can see things.
What was also
I
so
don't know
good?
how much of that you
Oh, I don't know. He's probably going somewhere
I'm
else.
fine with you listening to it.
This club looks good. I mean, that's, you know, it's not as shut as it used to be.
What is up with it? Why is that so like weird with me?
Your hands are very high. I mean, there's no doubt. You've always had them. They go straight up.
You sure that camera's right?
Yeah. I put the camera on the handle line.
Yeah.
I don't know how Wayne does it.
Well, I do. He does. He does the same thing I do. He puts it at 3 feet off.
He also doesn't have his fixed. He like has his own. He does it like.
Yeah, well, I got to have everything fixed because I don't want the camera playing tricks.
Yeah, I know what you're
One
saying.
swing club that way.
So for me, I just want to control your club face. And so for me, what I'm looking at is the face of the club. I'm going to move that camera, but for me, this is good. I mean, the club face should match your spine angle. I don't want your hands to get deep, too deep.
What do you mean deep?
So deep is this measurement.
Look over there.
It's a measurement of how far your hands are behind you. So that would be very deep because his hands are where? Way behind his right shoe, but he doesn't get deep. He keeps the club in front of him, and his hands are no deeper than his right heel. Or I'm sorry, his right
Middle of his foot.
yeah, middle of his foot, and then he shallows it out too. So he goes steep,
I don't want you to work.
and he goes shallow, which is very similar to what you're doing.
Probably the thing to do like
This place money.
Alexander Levy, but he doesn't have his deep, or he doesn't have his high hand position. I mean, I want to look at your numbers, and then I'll decide if I want to change where your hands are. I mean, for me, if I was you,
this is all going to stay extended.
Change.
Turn your shoulders.
You know,
I want to look
as in-
at your setup. I want you to get your shoulder, your thoracic spine, the middle of your spine. I want you to activate your core by tilting your pelvis under. I want to show you what I mean by that. Grab my sides here.
I know what you mean. You mean pronating up?
Just grab here. Now, both sides. Both sides. Both sides. Grab both hands. You feel that?
Alright, I'm done. Yeah, I feel that, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm tilting my pelvis under, activating my core a little bit. I like that. I don't want you to arch your lower back. That turns off your glutes. So, the way you get in posture, slide your hands down your thighs till you reach the top of your knees. Then put your hands together. That's how you're going to get in posture.
You don't like being more upright?
Slide your hands down your thighs until you reach the top of your knees. Put your hands together. That's what I like. That's biomechanically correct. Alright, so question is, alright Justin, so for me, look at your head. It goes down a little bit. Why? Because your shoulders, they tilt pretty much. They don't turn on a flat plane, they turn on a tilted plane. That's because you're an upright player. But for me, the net effect is negligible. Your head goes down a little
Watch it
bit.
stay, and then it stays.
Yeah.
It's like someone chopped my head off.
You're deep though with your hips.
Yeah, how good is that, huh?
Your pelvis is deep, so that's good. So for me, you know, I'll tell you, this guy here,
a lot more stable at the most critical point in the swing, where stability
Matsuyama,
it's maximum stability there. If you pull that out of there,
his toe is up a little more.
funniness going on.
So for me, what's your big miss under pressure? Is it left?
Right.
Right?
I hit it both.
Well, we got to get rid of the both two-way miss.
Grips on it. Handles right in front of you. Arms down on the chest.
So his hands are pretty high for he's 5'11".
At the top and light on the bottom. It's light resting right up at the top. Take that down to the ground.
That's where I want your club with your driver. I hope it's not getting underneath too
It's
much.
getting way under. You want me to pull the driver out? Right.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I kind of fixed it.
Well, you're not getting under with your